This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Fisher versus Sample. You all are married, you've been together for 12 years, you've got 2 children together, but the future of this marriage depends on what happens here today in court. Is that right, Ms. Fisher?
Yes, sir.
You've got some concerns. You initiated this case. Tell us why.
Well, my husband is a package delivery driver. He's been delivering packages for the last 3 years, and I feel like he's delivering more than just packages. He's delivering his packages.
Oh,
okay.
So he's out there.
Yes, he's out there.
No, I'm not out there, Judge.
Mr. Sample, are you delivering more than packages?
No, that's all I do. That's my profession. I'm a package delivery guy, and I love my wife unconditionally, and that's my job. I deliver packages to people's homes.
And that's it?
That's it.
You're not delivering your package.
No, I'm not delivering my package.
All right, just
that's
want
for
to be
my
clear.
wife, you know.
That's what your wife believes.
Yes, that's what she believes.
But clearly, Ms. Fisher, you've got some concerns.
Yes, I have some concerns. I did some research of my own, and I've noticed that a lot of women have affairs with delivery drivers, like package drivers, and I did a few research and found
Ron, would you get that item for us? Go ahead, love.
You did some research, and did you talk to people? What did you do?
No, I looked it up, and I was like, let me see if this is really going on. Like, am I the only one who be tripping or thinking that this is happening?
So this first one says, I'm having an affair with the delivery man.
And she says, I sit and wait for him to come to my door and bring me whatever package I'm waiting for. There's something naughty about a man bringing a package to the house when no one else is home. And then this one says, I made a mistake with the delivery man. What should I do? And it's like she's getting advice. I invited him in. I made sure everything was safe, but I'm worrying if there's any way my husband could find out. So you get these articles and you're like, so this is a thing.
These sound like those letters you read in some of the steamier magazines and novels. Like,
That don't mean it's not real.
it's not fantasy?
Well, that's the whole point, is that
fantasy.
people have this fantasy, and I bet there's some people who have executed on this fantasy, right?
Yes.
And you're concerned that that has happened with your spouse.
That has happened with my spouse.
So it's not just all in your head. It's a real thing. I mean, you've done the research. It's a thing with women and delivery drivers.
Yes. Not only have I did research, it's a bunch of accusations and, got me thinking this way.
All right.
Mr. Sample, I mean, it's a thing. It's not just in her head. It's a thing. People have this fantasy about delivery drivers.
That's all it is. It's a fantasy. Like I say, I love my wife unconditionally. I work hard for my wife and my family. I'm out here every day in the sun, hot, cold, whatever type of weather it is, trying to perform a job, to come home to her, to make sure that we have the best life that we can.
He says all this stuff, but
and
words,
for her
actions speak louder
accusing me
than
of
words.
being out here cheating on her and doing these things with technology and stuff, now they monitor our movement, GPS, they account for the times that how long it takes for us to make deliveries to certain stops, you know what I mean? We don't have time for all that extraness.
So, Ms. Fisher, I mean, you think he's cheating. He says he's not. What are the warning signs you've seen?
Okay, the first warning sign is, well, I had 2 phones and they both came up missing. Me and a friend of mine had went to the casino one night and we was out kind of late, so I let him take the car to work the next morning. I normally drop him off at work, but I let him take the car to work the next morning.
Where were your phones?
In the glove compartment in the car.
Okay.
Okay.
So when he gets off work, I go to the car to get the phones, and the phone's not in there. So I'm like, what happened to the phones? He's claiming
Both phones are missing.
Both phones are missing.
Okay.
So I called one of the phones to try to get in contact with her. An older lady answered the phone and was like, yes, I bought this phone from off the internet and all this. So I'm like, well, I need this phone back. Is it a way? Well, I paid this much money for the phone, so you have to pay me some for the phone. So I played it off like, okay, I'll pay you for the phone. And she was like, can you meet me here at this gas station? I'm like, okay, I can meet you at the gas station. So I met her at the gas station. Mind you, this is the gas station that is in his route. His route where he delivery, his delivery route.
Okay, we have a Mr. Sample's delivery route, and so you have that black outline, so that's his whole territory that he delivers in, correct? And you believe all the cheating that's going on is in his territory?
Yes. I meet the next girl with the phone. She wants me to meet her at the same gas station that I got the first phone from.
A different
Totally different person.
Totally different
But the
person.
same gas station that's in his delivery territory.
In his delivery territory.
All right, Mr. Sample, how do you explain your wife's, not one phone, but both phones that you say you put in the glove compartment come up missing when you had the car?
My wife, she has a habit of leaving the car doors unlocked. So when her and her friend went out to the casino that night, she possibly left the car open when she had the phones in the car. And so I'm like, I paid for the phones. You know, I spent my money to buy the phones, so why would I allow somebody to come in and take something that I have to buy again? You know what I mean?
So, what else makes you think that Mr. Sample is cheating with someone in his territory or route?
Okay, it was a girl called his phone at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
She texted his phone at 2 o'clock in the morning and the text said, "Can you talk?" So I didn't call back until later on that morning, and when I called back, you could tell she lied about it. I asked her the first time, I don't know, somebody might have used my phone so I just feel like they got something going on.
Okay, well, let me ask Mr. Sample. First, let's start with the 2 a.m. text.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get to the other part, but why are other women texting you at 2 in the morning?
Like I say, my wife, she had just bought us some cell phones maybe a few weeks before this incident happened. So like I told her, when you buy cell phones, a lot of times the telephone numbers get recycled. And so the number that I received possibly was a number that somebody previously who had that same number had that phone.
Area code.
So when they call, she 100% of the time has the phone. You know, I don't even have a cell phone because of her insecurity and believing that I'm out here cheating.
Don't nobody call my phone.
So you're saying it wasn't anybody that you knew?
No,
ain't no man calling my phone.
And I wouldn't even be
wrong
that disrespectful and have anyone call my phone and knowing that she has the phone 100% of the time.
So you just said something about the area code. What was that? I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Same area code that we stay in, that's in his route and everything. 314 area code.
That was the number that you called back?
Yes.
The number of the text that came in at 2 in the morning?
Out of town number, no nothing, the same area.
And then she act like she hasn't received phone calls from various people who were looking for someone else, but you know, they end up calling her phone. I mean, people call the wrong number all the time and text the wrong number all the time, you know what I mean?
But do you understand why your wife is concerned?
I
That's
understand that. I understand where she's coming from.
Okay,
you know,
because even I'm sitting here going, I've gotten a random text or something like that, but you know, mounting the evidence, it looks bad.
It does look bad, I admit that, you know, but like I told her, I'm not out here on that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a different person. I'm not cheating on my wife.
All right, and so, Ms. Fisher, have you found any other reason to believe that Mr. Sample is cheating?
Yes, he came home from work one day and with his uniform on and he had semen on his pants.
So he walked in, you see his pants, you automatically know that it's...
Yeah, she just assumed that, you know...
Hold on, Mr. Sample.
Hold on,
I say, what is that on your pants? Is that on your pants?
Where was it on his pants?
It was right at the crouch part.
Okay, so it was in the front, by the zipper.
Yes.
Okay, and you look at it, and of all the things that could possibly be on the planet...
That's the same thing I said.
Hold on, Mr. Sample.
How did you come up with it must be sexual bodily fluids?
It looked like I know how semen look, and when it dries up, it gives like a little white stain, and that's what was on her, a little white stain. It wasn't no ashes or nothing like that. It was a white semen stain.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Hold on, Mr. Cutler. Did you take a closer examination of this particular stain?
Forensics or something.
No, I didn't.
All right, so you just kind of saw it from afar and said, oh, that must be what that is.
Yes.
All right, you didn't do a scratch and sniff.
No, I didn't do it.
All right, well, then look, you know that we got sniffers that come through this courtroom, so I'm just trying to make sure.
I did that before, but I didn't do that this time.
All right, okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but okay.
Well, so you've done that before?
Yes, I've smelt him.
Because you thought he was cheating?
Because I thought he was cheating.
Okay, Mr. Sample?
So like my wife, she's a stay-at-home mom, you know. I'm at work 100% of the time. She's at home most of the time. So when she's at home, she allows herself to sit up here and wonder and think about what I'm out here doing.
And that's what you think I do. I don't sit up and dwell all day and worry about what he's doing.
I touch all different type of
Ms. Fisher,
packages.
hold on. I gave you a chance.
Okay.
Let me give him a chance.
I touch all different type of packages. I touch stuff that could be corrosive. It could be powders. It can be different various things that people order. So my uniform might be greasy, it might have oil stain, it could have anything on it. So like I told her, you just can't sit and assume that because you see a stain on there, that's what that is particularly. You don't.
But Mr. Sample, here's the thing. Maybe there was something else there, maybe there wasn't. But the point is, she looked at this and she ruled out everything else that she probably has seen over the time that you all been together. She ruled all that out and said, that's what that is.
And here's the reason. It was a particular kind of stain in a particular place. If it had been up on your shirt, she might have been but because of where it was and what it looked like, she's made this leap.
Like I say, she just very insecure, and she just.
What do you think?
Because you made me this way.
And I was about to say, how do you feel when he calls you insecure?
I don't want to do nothing with him. I don't want to. I try to make it cool because we got kids and everything together, but it has affected me to where I'll be hurt. I'm just depressed and sad all the time. Like, I don't want to keep on
I'd be depressed and sad
it.
when she denied me her,
Well, Mr. Sample, how does it feel in your household being constantly accused of cheating?
It hurts because I have 3 boys, and like I say, I'm not a perfect father, but I try to be a good example to them. And I don't want them growing up believing that, oh, Dad, he just cheated on my mom, or, I try to do the best for them that I can.
And that's why he lied about it, because he don't want this to come out. That's why he lies about everything,
because I'm sure about myself.
Because he don't want this to affect his kids, so he just gonna sit and keep leading me on while you do what you do.
I'm not leading you on.
Yes, you
are. Like I say, I've been here with you 100%.
Okay, all right.
Wow. This is a lot.
It is.
And here's the thing, Cutler, is I hear the hurt in both of them.
Yeah.
She is torn up. She's sad. She says she's depressed, and she believes she's cheating. And he's saying, it isn't me. I'm doing what I can to make this right.
I'm working. I'm busting my butt. I'm trying to be a good father. I'm doing stuff around the house.
I check.
And, even if I wanted to, I couldn't cheat because of what my job has me doing. So all of this is just causing frustration on both sides.
Absolutely.
So, well, to help you all resolve that frustration and to get some answers as to what exactly is going on, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Platt in.
Tommy Platt.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, sir. I've been a licensed examiner for over 11 years and conducted nearly 3,000 examinations.
Miss Fisher, you look really nervous. Are you nervous, love?
I am, because I'm going to be so hurt. This is going to be so hurtful, because all he had to do was tell me the truth. That's all I want was the truth.
I told her the truth.
More better if he be honest with me. I'll have more respect for him and everything if he had just kept it real.
It's a lot. Mr. Sample, seeing this beautiful young lady broke down like this, I gotta say this to you. I feel that you're a hardworking man, okay? But if you've got something you need to say before Mr. Platt gives his expert testimony, I implore you to share it with your wife now.
I don't have anything to say. Like I say, I love my wife unconditionally, and it's like she want me to believe her truth, but then she don't want to believe my truth, like my truth is a lie, and that's unfair to me.
All right. Are you sure you're ready for this, Miss Fisher?
Yes.
All right.
Are you sure you're ready, Mr. Sample?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
All right.
Mr. Platt, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Sample. You asked Mr. Sample, did you have physical sexual contact with either of the 2 women that Ms. Fisher met at the gas station who had her cell phones? What was his response to that question?
He stated no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Hold on, there's one more. You asked Mr. Sample, during your marriage, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was telling the truth.
Now that you've heard these results, how do you feel? What's going through your mind right now?
I feel a relief, like this is why I really needed for us to move forward. Like it's a relief, and now we could work on us being a married couple and us learning how to love each other. That's another thing. We need to learn to love each other, open up more to each other, and, you know, communicate more. And maybe
And
I
like
wouldn't
I
have
told
these
her, I'm willing to do
accusations.
whatever it takes. If it takes us to go to marriage counseling, if we have to, whatever it takes to better us as a couple. I'm
Speaking
willing.
of that, we have an amazing counselor who will visit with you all and give you these very tools that you're talking about and start you on your way. You all are an adorable little couple. Marriage is a beautiful thing when y'all in it together. All right, so as we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy, wonderful relationship. Court is adjourned.